you serious?
No hesitation on the shot. Mizrahi's feeling it. Make it 3 for 3.
And Ciolino, see you later.
Here's a chance for Syosset, and there's a shot and a goal.
Will Spare will take it all the way. Touchdown Seahawks.
The extra look and the goal. A gorgeous goal by North. From the Mac Sports Complex on the campus of Hofstra University, it is the second CHSAA semifinal, pitting the Cardinals of Cardinal Hayes, coming in with a 24-3 record against the Terriers of St. Francis Prep at 22-3. The CHSAA Class AA semifinal, presented by Maspeth Federal Savings. Dylan Butler here, John Perez. It is the nightcap. It is the main event, a game that we have been anxiously awaiting. We already know that Archbishop Stepanak is in the championship. Who will they face? Hayes or St. Francis Prep? Two of the top 3 teams with Stepanak this year. It's a shame one of them's got to lose, but this should be an incredible matchup.
I've been waiting all week for this matchup since this was announced, and two very similar teams, 2 teams that have just competed so well this year in their division. Hayes, unfortunately, not able to win their diocesan, but for St. Francis Prep, doing a good job this year, slaying the Giants as well in the Brooklyn Queens. Both teams, a lot of firepower, a lot of punch. It should be a fun one tonight.
Cardinal Hayes bounced back from that loss to Stepanak in the Archdiocesan championship game and had a really good performance. A 70-47 win over Christ the King. And the guy who led them on the day, who's been one of the leaders throughout this entire year, has been Ian Jackson. He was phenomenal in that game. 26 points. We talk about these high-flying sophomores. We saw one earlier with Boogie Flans. Well, Ian Jackson is the real deal. Captain Jack has been the guy throughout the year.
Yeah, high-flying might be an understatement for Ian Jackson with the amount of bounce that he has. As you see, averaging 20 points a game, 26 in the quarterfinals against Christ the King, a very good defense as well. And he's a guy that can shoot it, he can cut to the cup. And by the way, Dylan, watch out. When he's on a breakaway, it's showtime.
It always is showtime with Captain Jack, one of the most elite sophomores, not only in the city, but in the entire nation. He will be a mainstay for Hayes here if the Cardinals are able to get back to the Catholic Championship. Well, it's been a very, very long time since St. Francis Prep last played in the AA championship game. You go back to 1997 when they lost to a LaSalle team with a guy at the time known as Ron Artest. That was the last time they were there. Last time they won it, 1957. So Cardinal Hayes has been established as a perennial powerhouse. Not necessarily a one and done for Prep, but this has been one of the best seasons, certainly in a very long time. Terriers booking their spot in the semifinal by defeating rival Archbishop Malloy, 66-50 in that one. Multiple guys impact. They've got a very balanced starting 5 and a pretty good bench as well. But Latique Briscoe today will be their impact player for us. 14 points in that quarterfinal win.
The senior, this St. Francis team kind of reminds me of the Stepanak team that won for the first time a couple of years ago against Christ the King. They're a team that obviously has the ghost of 1957 behind him, of course losing in 1997. But if they're going to go down in St. Francis Prep lore, it's going to be Briscoe. Briscoe's the guy that's been getting it done, and he's been the face for the Terriers so far this season.
You see that one meeting on February 6th. It was a Sunday afternoon at St. Francis Prep, a packed house in Fresh Meadows. Watched the Terriers beat Cardinal Hayes 61-56. That was a win, John, that solidified themselves as a contender in the Catholic League. There was a lot of chatter, right, about St. Francis Prep to that time. They earned it by winning that game. Now they've got to take the next step and beat Hayes again to reach the championship game.
To be the best, you have to beat the best. They've done it so far. It's tough to beat a good team like Hayes twice in a season. Only one team has done it. Having said that, though, St. Francis Prep up for the task, and they could do it.
We'll take a quick break. We'll get you the starters for both teams, Cardinal, Hayes, St. Francis Prep. It'll be an epic AA showdown, and we'll have it here for you when we return on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Federal Savings is here through it all. The ins and outs, the ups and downs. Through the winters, the summers, and even the spring of leaks. Know that Maspeth has your back. From luxury sheets to balance sheets to dancing under the stars, your mission is our mission. And when our community calls, we proudly step forward. So whether you need it now or planning for tomorrow, through all the twists and all the turns, you can always find us right here in your neighborhood.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area's sports leader. We offer an array of services for any team, coach, player, athletic director, and parent. From game film to live streaming, we are available to cover your event anytime, any place. Looking for an enhanced experience? How about a professional broadcast with multiple camera angles, announcers, graphics, and instant replay? Need a highlight reel? We produce individual highlights for college recruiting and team highlight videos for end-of-season banquets. And when it comes to social media, nobody has you covered better than us. Hype videos, sideline highlights. We can tailor custom videos to make your team stand out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Why waste your time dealing with anyone else? When it comes to sports video, Varsity Media stands alone. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or online at varsitymedia.net.
Welcome back to Hofstra University, the Max Sports Complex. Dylan Butler, John Perez here for what should be an incredible showdown. These Terriers taking on Cardinal Hayes. We'll get to the starters for both teams. First, for the visitors here tonight, which will be the Cardinals of Cardinal Hayes. And if you followed Cardinal Hayes basketball this year here on the Varsity Media Sports Network, these names will be very, very familiar. It is the same starting five in the quarterfinal win. DJ Victory, obviously, leading the way offensively. He's got the keys. You've got shooters and Moore and Jackson, Foster as well. Silky smooth, guy can get to the cup. And, of course, the X factor, if you will, Tobe Awaka inside.
You know, Victory's got the keys. He's got the keys to a Lambo, a Ferrari. I guess Awaka's a Hummer, right? And or a tank. And Tariq Foster will find something else, a good midsize. And Joe Lodes, the conductor. Or I guess dispatch, right?
Joe Lodes, 1993 graduate of St. Francis Prep. So I don't think mixed emotions is the word, right? He wants to beat his alma mater, that is for sure. Oh, yeah. He is very much a Hayesman at this point. Let's take a look at the starters now for St. Francis Prep. This is super easy for us, right? Because, again, the same as the quarterfinals. Why a change when things are going well? Veer Anthony. Talk about a guy with the keys, right? This is a freshman who doesn't play like it at all. Chance Morris back from his broken wrist. Josh Pasquarelli, Lateef Briscoe, and Jaden Daughtry. Daughtry's now picked up a couple of late D1 offers. You kind of get the kind of thing in this league, right? When you play well down the stretch. Marist, who is here. John Dunn, right across the court, as well as St. Peter's. Head coach Jimmy Lynch, the Catholic League Coach of the Year, also an alum, 1999. Graduate of St. Francis Prep.
What are these St. Francis reunions like? Like, give the viewers a little bit of taste, because there's a lot of 90s St. Francis Prep I'm noticing sprinkled in these Varsity Media broadcasts.
Well, I mean, you play some like Ace of Base and some Vanilla Ice. I don't know.
I was imagining more like the Stonecutters from The Simpsons. It'd be like one of those things. You guys all have clothes.
By the way, you want to talk about high-end talent. Just take a look at this, the first team, right? Almost, you've got two prep guys in Briscoe and Daughtry. You've got Jackson, of course, the player of the year in Awaka, right? So this is an incredible amalgamation of talent, and we're so pumped to be able to bring it to you here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
This is the name on the marquee, right? This is the top billing. This is the creme de la creme, and St. Francis Prep fans have packed this place in. And that's always one of the cool things, right? When you see a team that hasn't been to this stage in quite some while, the alums come out. St. Francis Prep has a great alumni base, has a great student base. I think, what do they have, a population or an enrollment of about 4,500? And they're all showing out here on Long Island tonight.
There you see Jimmy Lynch in the huddle just before the start of this one. You said it, I think we said it off camera in the first game, but we have one guarantee, right? We don't do guarantees often.
Nope.
But a St. Francis Prep alum will be in the championship game against Stepinac on Friday night. That is for sure.
Capital G on that guarantee.
Here we go. By the way, before we start, I want to give a special shout out to legendary Cardinal Hayes coach Tom Murray watching our broadcast. Hope you're doing well, Coach, and a member of that 500 win club. Had the pleasure of coaching Jamal Mashburn, won a couple of championships as well in his time coaching the Hayesmen. Cardinal Hayes wins the opening tip. Here is Victory. 3-point shot by Moore. Rims out, no good. Briscoe chases down the loose ball.
And that's something Cardinal Hayes not afraid to do. The hoist right out of the gate.
Chance Morris. There is the freshman Anthony. Hands off Pasquarelli, back to Veer Anthony. More on him. Little stutter step, driving into the lane. Nowhere to go, Owaka.
You can just see the length of Owaka, too. He didn't have to jump. He didn't have to do anything. He just put those palms up.
Hey, listen, he's 6'8". The wingspan gets him above 7 feet. 9 on the shot for the Terriers. Anthony to inbound underneath. Hands off. They got to get one off quick. Daughtry drives, goes to his right, bodied by Owaka, nothing there. And Owaka brings the defense there, and it'll be Cardinal Hayes ball. Victory pushes it. There's Jackson, Captain Jack. Bounce pass top of the key. Foster, left wing, buries it.
Foster, a guy, a good spot-up shooter. One of the top wings in the CHSAA, and a good start for Hayes.
Anthony gets it inside. Daughtry bounce pass, trying to find a backdoor cut to Briscoe. Stolen by Victory. Victory end-to-end. Rejection, but a foul called underneath on Daughtry.
See Victory going to the cup very hard. And he just goes into the second and third gear right away. Good second step. And 2 coming up for DJ.
Victory in the quarterfinal game played really well. First shot rims out. Victory, the 5'8" senior, 10 points, 7 assists, 2 steals a game. Knocks down the second.
And, you know, after the St. Francis Prep loss, the coaching staff, Tim Philp and Joe Lodes, really got on DJ Victory, and he's responded in bunches and, you know, have told him about his responsibilities, and he's really cashed in for Hayes.
Jackson 1-on-2. Flush by Owaka, the rim rocker.
I mean, he's already halfway up there because of his stature, but what a follow by Tobe.
2-2-1 press by Hayes. Inside is Daughtry. Kicks it back out. 6-0, Hayes lead. It's Briscoe. Jimmy Lynch wants him to run. Daughtry inside to Briscoe. Gets the bucket on Jackson.
And a little stare down of Jackson afterwards, too. That's going to be fun to watch, our 2 impact players.
Baseline jumper, Elijah Moore. And there you see again, they're picking up three-quarter court, 2-2-1. The guy in the middle when you attack this is so important. That was Daughtry, as now they switch into a 2-3. Tim Philp will give you lots of different looks. Daughtry doesn't care what the look is. Buries the 3.
You know, 6'6" senior could do a little bit of everything, a double-double machine. And what a response by St. Francis Prep.
8-5. Here's Jackson on Briscoe. Drives with his left. Too much. Awaka inside. Can't get the putback. Refs letting him play. Ball bounces out here. And Briscoe lost it on his way out. Here's that rim rocker by Tobe Awaka.
I mean, he barely got off the ground, and he's already at the rim.
I love the way he runs the court.
Yes.
Right? I mean, he was well behind that play, caught up. Fantastic job there by Awaka. 8-5, Cardinal Hayes early lead here. Victory works off the double screen, gets it to Moore. Guarded by Moorish. Moore backs out. Kicks it to Victory. Victory with Anthony now guarding him. Jackson, alley-oop. How about a tap in there by Foster?
The athleticism of Hayes just allows them to do that and foster an easy tap in.
10-5 Hayes.
Sometimes with the free-flowing offense that Hayes has, it looks like they're playing against little brother, you know?
Deflected ball, Anthony for three. Off the mark, rebound to Awaka. Hands off to Victory. Trying to get it to Moore. Great job by Veer Anthony just to get his hands on it to knock it away.
Yeah, Veer Anthony, a good defender as well, reading the long pass. And, you know, obviously if you can't come up with the steal, deflect it, stop momentum, and that's what he did.
Here's Victory. Hands off to Moore. Awaka wants the ball in the post. That's something we spoke about at the end of the last game. Good look inside. There's the pass inside to Awaka. Gets doubled and fouled.
Awaka again just working hard down low. Foster with a nice find. And Awaka will go to the line.
It's been a conversation throughout the season, really. And I don't know if it's every practice, but multiple practices, it's about kicking it inside, right? Playing inside and then going out. So much of what Awaka has done this year when he averages 21 points has been on putbacks, right? And Hayes has been imploring, the coaching staff has been imploring the players to kick it inside, give him some looks. Steal by Jackson on the interior. Ahead of the field is Victory. Victory misses the bunny inside. We go the other way. Briscoe in the lane. Rejection by Awaka. Here comes Jackson the other way. Jackson tripped. Moore traveled, or double dribble is called.
You know, on that last sequence, St. Francis Prep, selfishly unselfish, and you can't let Tobe Awaka and the defenders come back and come back and regroup themselves, and that's the reason why St. Francis Prep was not able to score on that last transition.
12-5, Cardinal Hayes, 3:20 left in this first quarter. Dylan Butler, John Perez here with you on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Pasquarelli hands off to Briscoe. Into the game now is Jaden Williams. Some extra length there. Open three. Moorish buries it.
I guess the wrist is fine for Chance, the three-point shooter.
And immediately Jimmy Lynch calls the timeout. A 30, so we'll keep it here. But a huge basket by Moorish, who was fantastic in that quarterfinal game against Archbishop Malloy. There was a question late in the season whether Moorish would be able to come back, right? They needed x-rays. They had to check with doctors. He got the okay. The 6'2 senior, 3-year varsity guy, averaging a shade over 11 points a game, has been big down the stretch.
Yeah, and that's, you know, it's like having, it's like trading for a big player at the deadline for some of these professional teams. But for St. Francis Prep, when you could bring back Chance Moorish, obviously knows the offense, can knock down the three, very crafty. It's a good addition. And a big-time shot, too, here, Dylan. I know it's early, but it makes it a 4-point game. You don't want Hayes to get up early and have this one slip away like we saw in the first game tonight.
Exactly, right? Stepanak got out to that early lead, and it was a lead that really they didn't relinquish the rest of the way. Here's Jackson, thought about it, gets it to Williams. They do feed the post, and Awaka finishes.
Yeah, too much for Jaden Daughtry down low. and Awaka having himself a very efficient first quarter.
14-8. 6 of those 14 scored by the Catholic League Player of the Year. Veer Anthony high off glass after tucking it down. He gets 2.
It wouldn't surprise me if St. Francis Prep tonight has to kiss it high off the glass like that, especially with the length of the Hayes defenders.
Victory guarded by Anthony. Pulls up, front rim no good. Awaka the putback. It's there.
It's like he's just dropping it in, right?
Awaka's got all the max on him. And there's a few here as well. Baseline drive. Good look. And Anthony again off glass and in. Pasquarelli with the pass.
Loving Veer Anthony in the first quarter, keeping the Terriers in it.
Victory. 3-point shot right side, in and out. Anthony taps it back out, but he taps it to Jackson. Jackson's 3 will not miss.
When you get to this point in the season, Dylan, and the quality opponents like Cardinal, Hayes, and eventually Stepanak in the final, you can't allow offensive rebounds because that's just like taking another free shot. You have to take that if you're Jackson, and he buried it.
Lefty layup. Morrish with 2 more. But Jackson quickly the other way. Kicks it out to Victory, and he'll get the call from his coach, Joe Lodes. Williams, there you go again, kicking it inside. Awaka spins, triple teamed, and he's fouled on the inside.
And the shoelaces came undone as well as he's working so hard down in the post. But Awaka just so hard to stay in front of.
Daughtry called for the foul a second.
That's the second or third time that we've seen Daughtry match up with Awaka down low.
Got to give Joe Lodes credit. When we spoke with him before the start of the season, asking him notes on certain players, right? Said of Toby Awaka that he believed he would be the player of the year. And Awaka certainly delivered on that thought by his coach. Awaka goes to the bench now in a really good first quarter for the big fella.
Well, when you're putting up monster numbers, a double-double, remember, they're only playing 32 game minutes as well, and he's able to stuff the stat sheet.
Well, he's got 10 already of his team's 21.
Oh, and there you go.
Daughtry. Nowhere to go. Foster tries to kick it inside. Back out to Anthony. Drives, pops, kicks it out. 3-point shot. Daughtry. Front rim, no good. Rebound to Foster. Here comes Jackson in transition. Jackson to the hole, no good. Rebound Williams, loose ball. And Anthony and Williams battled. And it will be St. Francis Prep ball.
I loved Veer Anthony's his passion in the first quarter and the energy that he sparked off the bench. Doing a really good job for the Terriers. Diving on the floor. Had a couple of buckets as well.
So the Terriers look to hold for the last, down 7 in the final 15 seconds of this first quarter. It is Anthony, guarded there by the lengthy Williams. Tries to kick it to the post, and a foul called on Henry Beelan.
Yeah, it's the future quarterback almost getting the interception on that one. Just a telegraph pass, but Terriers will still have about 7 seconds to shoot.
Anthony to inbounds. Right in front of the Hayes bench. Gets it out. There's Pasquarelli. Puts it on the court. Pasquarelli to the hole. Rejection by Foster. And a good job by Briscoe making sure that Jackson doesn't get the last shot of the first quarter. It has been electric here at the MAC Sports Complex. And after 8 minutes, it is the Cardinals leading the Terriers 21-14. You're watching the CHSAA Class AA semifinal presented by Maspeth Federal Savings on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Cardinal
over the middle. He's got a man. It's complete. Ciolino. See you later.
Going long, wide open is Perazzi. He gets it. Perazzi, foot raise, 10, 5, make it. Touchdown. Punch, counter punch.
The trickery. Ryder gets it back. Goes over the top for Haberman.
What a catch! Just Ross Simmons strips him. That's loose, and Ross Simmons is going to take this the other direction. Make it. Touchdown. Touchdown, East.
Welcome back to the Mac Sports Complex. Dylan Butler, John Perez here. It is the Catholic League Class AA intersectional semifinals, and after the first 8 minutes, it is Cardinal Hayes with a 21-14 lead.
You know, I just want to shout out Jaden Williams doing a good job defensively over the last portion of the first quarter. It was really the reason that Hayes was able to get that block and give themselves a 7-point lead going into the second quarter. Altered the ball handler.
3 by Moore.
And that compounds to the 3 make to begin the second.
You've got to identify the shooters, and Moore, one of the better ones in the Catholic League. Briscoe drives, nowhere to go. Goes left-handed, rejected there by Foster. Now Foster, a little bit of a point forward. Hands off to Moore. Back out to the 6'7" Foster. Victory. Foster, they go baseline to Jackson. He's cut off there. Spins inside. The layup is good by Captain Jack.
Yeah, and Briscoe played his hand too early, was looking to draw the charge from the get-go. But because he planted his feet so early, Jackson instinctually hop-stepped around him and got the deuce.
12-point lead for Cardinal Hayes. Look at Awaka guarding out on the perimeter. Inside, no good. Another rebound for Foster. Victory in transition. Captain Jack with the flush.
Don't let him get into open space. Captain Jack taking flight here at Hofstra.
Cardinal Hayes with a 28-14 lead, courtesy of Captain Jack's flush. 6:35 left in the second quarter. You're watching this Catholic League Class AA semifinal presented by Maspeth Federal Savings on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Federal Savings is here through it all. The ins and outs, the ups and downs. Through the winters, the summers, and even the spring of leaks. Know that Maspeth has your back. From luxury sheets to balance sheets to dancing under the stars, your mission is our mission. And when our community calls, we proudly step forward. So whether you need it now or planning for tomorrow, through all the twists and all the turns, you can always find us right here in your neighborhood.
Welcome back to the Mac Sports Complex. Dylan Butler, John Perez here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Cardinal Hayes doubling up St. Francis Prep right now, 28-14 lead. 6:35 left, early second quarter. Another timeout there by St. Francis Prep. Hayes back in a, looks like now a 2-1-2 three-quarter press. So again, so many different looks. It's one of the things we speak to visiting our other coaches when they go on and take on Hayes, that between loads and Philp as Jackson with the rejection, you get so many different looks, and it's hard to game plan with various looks offensively but also defensively by Tim Philp.
100%. And, you know, you see Jackson down low doing the job of the center and defending the interior on that last look when you're normally expecting him to guard up towards the arc.
Inside, kicking it out, baseline. The look inside for Briscoe. 5 on the shot. 3-point shot is good. A big one by the junior Josh Pasquarelli.
Yeah, Pasquarelli, a good 3-point shooter, has some interest from some Division IIs and I know Division I's have checked in on him, but a big bucket for him.
Yeah, College of St. Rose, the first offer for Pasquarelli. This guy's got a lot of offers. Jackson misses the 3. And here comes Pasquarelli the other way. Good hands by Moore. Knocking it out. Morrish will check back in for the Terriers. He'll replace Briscoe. Anthony to inbound underneath. Jimmy Lynch didn't expect a freshman to be the guy, but listen, it doesn't matter what year you are when you can be the guy, right? And Anthony has been that for the Terriers. Here comes Victory the other way. Bounce pass, Moore, another triple, off the mark. Owaka cleans it up inside.
Well, Moore will say that that's a pass, but how about Owaka just underneath, the right place, right time, and another bucket for him.
12 for Owaka, 30-17 is the lead for Cardinal Hayes. Nearly an interception by Jackson. Michelle hands off. 3-point shot, rims out, and Owaka rips it down. Victory goes the other way. Jackson, 4-3, rims out. Look at Owaka skying for that board. 2 more for the big fella. No response for Tobe.
What a start for Tobe Owaka, the player of the year, stamping down on the front line for St. Francis Prep.
Tobe Owaka has 14. He is the player of the year, and he's showing why here tonight. Cardinal Hayes, a 32-17 lead over St. Francis Prep. You're watching this Catholic Class AA semifinal presented by Maspeth Federal Savings on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Parents and athletes, why leave your college career in the hands of amateurs? Varsity Media produces professional college recruiting videos that you can use to help land a spot on the team. Our highlight reels have proven to save thousands of dollars in college tuition. You've worked hard and put the effort into your high school athletic career. Don't take any chances when it comes to your future. Varsity Media has been producing college recruiting videos since 2010. We understand what college coaches are looking for, and our attention to detail on your highlights will separate your resume from others. Stand out from the crowd. We'll help showcase.
Welcome back to the MAC Sports Complex. Dylan Butler, John Perez here. Cardinal Hayes led by Tobe Owaka out to a 32-17 lead. Turnaround shot baseline, no good by Pasquarelli. We go the other way. Williams, head on a swivel, gets it to Victory. Right back to Williams. 3, bounces, out. Oh, Owaka again, diving in. This time can't pull it down. Marsh behind the back, pull-up jumper is good.
It's going to have to start eventually for St. Francis Prep. Morrish, whenever it's come down to those times, has been able to step up to the plate.
7 for Morrish. Foster wants to screen. Steps back. Oh, incredible stuff by Tariq Foster. He has 7 now.
That's a shot that he's been working on in practice all year, and he's nailed it down to perfection.
Daughtry up to Anthony. They swing it to Pasquarelli. Up top, Morrish. Splits defenders, kicks it out. Open 3 for Daughtry. Good.
Good response by the Terriers.
Moore, back iron, no good. Long rebound goes to Anthony so he could push. Anthony on the court, lefty layup. Doesn't fall, but he'll go to the line.
Love this rejuvenated Terrier squad. You know, they've been, even though it seemed as if they ran roughshod through Brooklyn Queens this year, they've been punched in the gut quite a few times and have always responded, and they're back in that situation again this evening.
Anthony misses the first. 6-foot freshman, 7 points a game. Joe Loads will call timeout. 34-22, the lead for Cardinal Hayes. The winner will take on Archbishop Stepanak. The Crusaders taking care of business in this earlier semifinal. 73-57 in that one. Boogie Flan tied for a game high with 19 points. We'll show you the bracket now. Isaiah Alexander was the varsity media player of the game. He had 12. Danny Carbuccia added 9. Bishop Lachlan led by Christian Jeffries, 19. 12 from Christian Joe. So we see Stepanak already awaiting their opponent.
Yeah, and a suboptimal performance by Boogie, right? He couldn't score 33 again.
Yeah, only 19.
Yeah, only 19.
Well, this guy is only at 14 right now, right? And Tobe Awaka has been a beast all year. Joe Lodes calls him the best conditioned student that I've ever coached. He's a big Rocky fan, Joe Lodes. We all are, right?
Yeah, right.
Says he's like Drago, right? He's just all boxed up everywhere. I don't know if he said I must break you at all during this first half. He's a nice guy, so probably didn't, but Anthony will go to the line to shoot a second free throw after missing his first.
Well, St. Francis Prep, even though the missed free throw, like a piece of iron, tough to bring down. Isn't that what Drago called Rocky? And if I could change and you could change and blah, 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 blah.
We all could change.
Yeah.
Awaka, he can do this. He steps out, front rim no good. He's knocked him down before.
Well, and that's the modern game, right?
Oh, way deep is Morrish, no good. It's hard when you miss those deep threes because you got guys like Awaka just chasing down these rebounds. Chases down another one off the miss, but it'll be a foul off the ball.
Yeah, pushing the back on Jaden Williams to stunt the momentum for the Hazemen.
But the opportunity, you'd say, right, is there for St. Francis Prep. Down 12. Bounce pass inside, but it goes the other way. Jackson, an errant pass. Here's Victory attacking the lane, kicks it out. Williams for 3. Back rim, no good. Rebound goes to Daughtry, and now he looks to push. Look out from behind. Foster.
Love those quick hands to poke it away.
Victory eludes traffic like your way here today, John. Briscoe, a little helter-skelter right now. Drives on Jackson, doesn't get a foul call. Baseline official saying hands up. The other way. Oh, the finish, Awaka!
Refs letting him play Awaka like he's on a trampoline. Second putback tonight.
16 for Tobe. 3-point shot off the mark. Another rebound for Awaka. He's probably already at a double. Oh! And Jackson, Captain Jack. Showtime at Hofstra.
And the pretty pass from DJ Victory. Hayes is clicking on all cylinders.
Jackson didn't let me give enough compliments to Tobe. I think he's probably already at a double at this point.
Has to be.
Morrish to his left. Smart play by Chance Morrish. He drives right at Awaka and gets him to get a foul.
Yeah, this is the transition. Jackson and Awaka again. He's not leaving anything up to chance, right? I think he obviously wanted to win Player of the Year this year. I think he also wanted to be Varsity Media's Impact Player. Didn't get it for this game, so I know that that's another notch that he's trying to secure up in the first half.
Morrish knocks down the first. That was Awaka's first. Second is good. It was also the team's fourth. So 2 free throws for Morrish. He has 9. The deficit for St. Francis Prep is 14 as we approach the 1-minute mark in this first half. Moore to Jackson. Flips it back out to Victory. Gets it back from Foster. Good ball movement, Victory. 5 on the shot, spins. He's got Tyler Michelle on him. 3, has to pull up baseline. Gets the bounce. It's been that kind of half for Cardinal Hayes.
Yeah, everything going that way for the Cardinals, and DJ Victory having himself a good first half with a Waka.
Daughtry missed the runner in the lane, and Cardinal Hayes will have the ball with a chance to hold for the last. Here you see it again. The alley-oop. Victory. You need a good DJ, right?
That's right. On the ones and twos.
On the ones and ones.
Yeah.
Handing it off to Ian Jackson. Final 23 seconds of a first half that has been a dream for Cardinal Hayes.
Perhaps DJ would like an encore.
He checks the clock. 10-9. When will DJ go? Checks from Coach Loads. And a good foul by Tyler Michelle because it's only the fourth team foul. Expect perhaps one or two more now to break the Cardinal Hayes rhythm. 3.6. Victor to inbound in front of the St. Francis Prep bench. To Jackson. 4-3. Back rim, no good. Foster can't get the tap back, but an incredible start for St. Francis, or for Cardinal Hayes against St. Francis Prep. The Cardinals with a 40-24 lead, and will be joined here at halftime by the Cardinal Hayes head coach, Joe Loads, who has his headset set. Joe, first 16 minutes, there's going to be something you're going to find to complain about, no doubt, because you're a head coach, but seemed nearly a perfect first half for you.
I thought it was solid. Let's not get too crazy. I thought it was solid. You know, not spectacular, solid, like my 4 years at St. Francis Prep. Wait, I think it was 3, actually.
Grade-wise?
No, the grade. No, I spent a lot of time in summer school. I'm not going to lie. My wife is at home proudly laughing. I didn't excel in earth science. I had rocks in my head. That's about as much I knew about rocks. But, you know, it's nice to be here. We're playing good. It's Wednesday. It's snowing. It's crazy. And I told my guys, you know, let's just go have fun, man. I tell my guys, life is on the wire. Let's play, shoot the ball, have fun. We're not going to sit here and worry about if we lose. If we lose, we're going to have pizza in the cafeteria tomorrow. That's the worst ramifications of what's going to happen.
It's got to be fun watching Tobey do what he does, though.
It's always fun watching Tobey. You know, it's so bittersweet for me because I know the most possible he has 6 quarters left in his career. I wish I could redshirt him. I wish I could just move him into my freaking house and just wheel him out every year as a different kid, different number. I don't know what this kid is. Like, he's that great of a kid, you know. So I'm happy he's playing well into his potential because he's on the Mount Rushmore of Hazeman. He really is.
Well, there's quite a list there. Of course, Jamal Mashburn being among them as well. So in the second half here, when you speak to your guys, what do you want to see from them in the second half?
First of all, Mashburn had a 10-minute commute. Tobey commutes an hour and 45 minutes, so that's all I'll say about that. But I want to see more of the same. You know, let's play with energy. Let's play with fire. You know, Jim Lynch does a great job. You know they're going to come out and make a big push here. We just got to kind of hold them off for a little while. Let the game just keep that clock moving. Keep the clock moving.
I like it, Joe. Running time.
Running time, like CYO basketball. Keep the clock moving. Run it at the free throw line.
Well, it's moving now, so we'll let you get inside and
Thank
speak
you,
to
guys. Always good
Joe
to see
Loads,
Dylan Butler.
Joe.
Head coach, Cardinal Hayes. He didn't give props to my broadcast partner, but maybe that's
we have a mutual understanding.
Maybe because you went to Christ the King. If you went to St. Francis Prep, you'd have get the same pound from the head coach.
I don't think he knows that.
An incredible atmosphere here at the Max Sports Complex. An incredible first half by Cardinal Hayes. The Cardinals lead St. Francis Prep 40-24 in the CHSAA Class AA semifinal, presented by Maspeth Federal Savings on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Varsity Media has all your Catholic League basketball coverage starting this week.
Attempt rims out. Oh, the putback! Jackson! Here comes Briscoe. Showtime!
On Thursday, it's the Long Island Girls and Boys Championship games from Hofstra. Friday, New York City Class B and A boys from Monroe College. On Sunday, City Boys AA quarterfinals from Hofstra, plus semifinal and championship games in City Boys AA, Wednesday, March 9th and Friday, March 11th. Nobody has you covered more than Varsity Media. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch all games free on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Maspeth Federal Savings is here through it all. The ins and outs, the ups and downs. Through the winters, the summers, and even the spring leaks. Know that Maspeth has your back. From luxury sheets to balance sheets to dancing under the stars, your mission is our mission. And when our community calls, we proudly step forward. So whether you need it now or planning for tomorrow, through all the twists and all the turns, you can always find us right here in your neighborhood.
Over the middle, he's got a man. It's complete. Ciolino. See you later.
Going long, wide open, Perazzi, he gets it, Perazzi, foot raise, 10, 5, make it, touchdown, punch, counter punch.
The trickery, Ryder gets it back, goes over the top for Haberman.
What a catch! Just Ross Simmons strips him, that's loose, and Ross Simmons is going to take this the other direction. Make it! Touchdown! Touchdown East!
Parents and athletes, why leave your college career in the hands of amateurs? Varsity Media produces professional college recruiting videos that you can use to help land a spot on the team. Our highlight reels have proven to save thousands of dollars in college tuition. You've worked hard and put the effort into your high school athletic career. Don't take any chances when it comes to your future. Varsity Media has been producing college recruiting videos since 2010. We understand what college coaches are looking for, and our attention to detail on your highlights will separate your resume from others. Stand out from the crowd. We'll help showcase your talents. Contact Varsity Media today and order a college recruiting video.
Maspeth Federal Savings is here through it all. The ins and outs, the ups and downs. Through the winters, the summers, and even the spring leaks. Know that Maspeth has your back. From luxury sheets to balance sheets to dancing under the stars, your mission is our mission. And when our community calls, we proudly step forward. So whether you need it now or planning for tomorrow, through all the twists and all the turns, you can always find us right here in your neighborhood.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports. You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports. Varsity Media has all your Catholic League basketball coverage starting this week.
Attempt rims out. Oh, the putback! Jackson! Here comes Briscoe. Showtime!
On Thursday, it's the Long Island Girls and Boys Championship games from Hofstra. Friday, New York City Class B and A boys from Monroe College. On Sunday, City Boys AA quarterfinals from Hofstra, plus semifinal and championship games in City Boys AA, Wednesday, March 9th and Friday, March 11th. Nobody has you covered more than Varsity Media. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch all games free on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Maspeth Federal Savings is here through it all. The ins and outs, the ups and downs. Through the winters, the summers, and even the spring leaks. Know that Maspeth has your back. From luxury sheets to balance sheets to dancing under the stars, your mission is our mission. And when our community calls, we proudly step forward. So whether you need it now or planning for tomorrow, through all the twists and all the turns, you can always find us right here in your neighborhood.
Welcome back to the Max Sports Complex on the campus of Hofstra University. Dylan Butler, John Perez here. Second half, a couple of minutes away, and Joe Lodes joked about grades, right? You got to say an A first half for Hayes. You don't give him the plus because there's room to improve, but Tobe Awaka was an A+++ in that first half. An incredible performance, 16 points, 11 rebounds for the big fella. He was as dominant as advertised.
You know what? It's probably better that I didn't major in education because I would give Cardinal Hayes the A+. What are the demerits? They missed a few open shots. They're getting open shots. They're playing well defensively, and Tobe Awaka is playing like Shaquille O'Neal down there. And then you get the style points as well for Ian Jackson busting to the cup and Awaka with the cream on top. Now, listen, we know that the cherry on top. Now, we know that St. Francis Prep will have to come back. They're going to have to find a way to slow down Awaka and keep Jackson under control. This is a St. Francis Prep team that has, dealt with a few blows this year, whether it's injury-wise or whether it's other teams having good first halves. They know how to respond, and I have no doubt that Chance Morris can get this team back in this contest.
He led the way for the Terriers with 9. They were held to 10 points in that second quarter, so 19-10 was the difference in that second, which obviously allowed Cardinal Hayes to extend their lead, which was 7 after 1, out to what we see now at halftime. 40-24, the lead for Cardinal Hayes. The winner takes on Archbishop Stepanak. If it is Cardinal Hayes, it is round 4. Round 1 in the Bronx went to Cardinal Hayes. Round 2 in White Plains. Stepanak, round 3. The Archdiocese final at Christ the King also went to Archbishop Stepanak. But a little bit of almost like a revenge tour here for Cardinal Hayes. Certainly if they do get to the championship game, they would have to have had avenged losses, right? And that's what they are looking to do here. One of their only 3 losses on the year came to the Terriers. Not that guy necessarily, but to St. Francis Prep in Fresh Meadows on that Sunday afternoon.
People have asked, where's Roscoe? There's Roscoe. But, just to go back to your Rocky point, Drago comes out in number 4, right? Perhaps Drago is now, we've got one more Drago 4 connection. Tobe Awaka, of course.
But there's 16 minutes to get to that point. Victory, front rim, no good. Chases down his own rebound. The floater in the lane now, no good. Awaka, his 12th rebound. Kicks it out. 3, rims around, no good. Awaka, how about a 13th rebound in the lane? Jackson can't finish. We go the other way. Lefty layup, no good. Playing volleyball off the backboard was Pasquarelli for 2.
Good fortunate bucket for St. Francis Prep. They can't have a defensive sequence like that again because Cardinal Hayes will make you pay.
Foster turns, misses the mark. Veer Anthony, the uncontested rebounds. Chipping away. I'm sure that was part of the message from Jimmy Lynch. You're not going to get it back in 1 or 2 baskets, but you've got to chisel away at this deficit. Morish with 2 more inside.
How about a guy that's just faced adversity all year, Chance Morish? Obviously with the wrist injury, but now he's leading his team back into it. And you're right, Dylan, if you could chip away, get down to 7 points, 5 points going into the fourth quarter, perhaps take the lead, it's a brand new ball game. You'd have to be feeling.
Yeah, Foster loses it on the way, and much to maybe Nostradamus or Lodradamus, Joe Lodes said, right? Jimmy Lynch will have his guys ready. We're going to have to absorb what St. Francis throws at us in this opening first few minutes of the third quarter, and the Terriers now a chance to cut it to 10. Back rim, no good. Chase down. Here's Morish again, the hot hand, driving, and he was fouled on his way up.
I love the aggressiveness of St. Francis Prep going to the cup, particularly Morish. And Anthony, too, give him credit, too. He did a good job in the second quarter of trying to keep St. Francis Prep afloat. He was a good bright spot, and now Morris a chance to make this a 10-point game.
Morris with 11, misses the first. That's his first free throw made his first 2, had 9 in that first half. Chance Morris. Second also rims around, but the big offensive rebound by Briscoe. Back to Morris, spins in traffic, goes right at Awaka. No good. Awaka can't corral the rebound, then it stays with St. Francis Prep.
Yeah, they're staying aggressive, but eventually they have to hit a bucket, Dylan.
Williams back in. He replaces Moore. So maybe some more length with Williams. Anthony, short jumper, rims out, no good. Battle for the loose ball. It will stay again with St. Francis Prep.
Love the defensive intensity of Cardinal Hayes, doing a good job trying to contain this Terrier attack.
Terriers a chance to cut it to a 10 or even 9-point deficit. Here's Daughtry. Swings it. It's Briscoe. Backs it out. Gets it to Morris. Here's Anthony. Foster jumps out at him. That's 6'7" guarding you. Morris now. Awaka comes out to take him. It's Briscoe. Contested 3. No good. Loose ball again. This time it will be Hayes' ball as it goes off of Anthony.
That's a tough empty trip for St. Francis Prep because it takes about 1.5 minutes off the game clock as well. And I know that we're just into the third quarter, but if you need to come back down 12 against a very potent Hayes team, you can't afford to come up empty down the floor.
Awaka, good job underneath by Morris. And maybe that's part of the game plan, right? When you jump it inside, get one of your guards there to come in like a gnat. Williams up top.
Well, and the one thing that we haven't seen out of Awaka's game is his ability to kick out. So if he's facing the basket,
as he is now, finishes.
Now listen, he's going to finish more times than he won't, but having said that, Dylan, with his eyes on the prize of the basket, he's not going to kick it out. You get a little pesky guard in there, you could get some turnovers.
18 and 13 now. Daughtry for 3. He's got 9. The deficit is 11. Victory. Elbow. Oh, sweet stroke by Victory.
He's so lethal from the elbow extended.
Quickly the other way. Pasquarelli, the 3. So the Terriers starting to heat up. It's a 10-point game.
All right, so you have to look at this as tiers, right? So now St. Francis Prep, they're at that 10-point deficit, have to get a stop and then continue to chip away.
Victory backs out. Oh, and traveling violation by Jackson.
Hey, move that pivot foot. Slid the leg.
Yeah, good foul. Yep. I mean, good call, I should say, by the officials. Chance now to cut it to single digits. Daughtry guarded by Awaka. Morris, top of the key. Daughtry, front rim no good, gets his own rebound. Put back and the foul! Jaden Daughtry.
And you know, if he hits this free throw, that's just as good as hitting that three-pointer. He knew as soon as it left his hand it was going to be off. He darted to the basket, and now a chance for a three-point play, and Lodes has to talk it over. Here come the Terriers.
Jaden Daughtry has been that guy, and again, it's kind of that everybody eats kind of mentality, right, for the Terriers, but Daughtry, he does everything. He's been that double-double machine, flirted with a few triple-doubles as well. He's that wing at 6'6", averaging 12.2 points a game. He has been fantastic.
You know, Dylan, over the last decade, we've seen different types of teams win championships. in the CHSAA AA. You can have a team that's loaded with Division I talent like Christ the King in the middle of the decade, Jose Alvarado, Raleigh Alkins, or you can have a team that just connects together like the Cardinal Hayes team that won it. Only one high major player on that team who was a junior in Joe Toussaint. Jonte Williams was a big part of that team. Or you can look at that Stepanak team that was loaded with talent, or a Zavarian team that won with 5 guards, yet no one division offer.
Free throw misses.
And St. Francis Prep falls into that latter category, a team that, when you combine them together, is better than the whole.
Victory swings it to Jackson. Stolen on the interior. Here comes Daughtry. He's got a few D1 looks. Drops it off to Briscoe, but he lost the handle.
Like the aggressiveness of Briscoe, but unfortunately it just has to go down as some reinforcements come on.
And Briscoe feeling it a little bit after crashing into that granted cushion, but no doubt still hard bottom portion of the net. 8-point lead, 44-36. St. Francis Prep keeping Hayes quiet here in this third quarter. Hayes just 4 points after the break.
Yeah, and the box out of Daughtry on Awaka, too.
Michelle down low. Daughtry again.
What a fantastic sequence. He boxes out Awaka and gets the deuce.
Victory. Charge. Michelle draws it.
Here comes St. Francis Prep, Dylan.
Watch 13.
Yep.
He was set.
He was set outside the semicircle, gets the big charge. Just like that, we're now at a 2-possession game, Dill.
2:51 left in this third quarter. Michelle looks for options. And a foul called off the ball on Foster. It is his second.
What a third quarter it's been for St. Francis Prep. They've got the stops when they've needed to, have done a good job on the glass. Haven't committed a foul yet either, Dylan. And they're taking good shots.
Yeah, 4 fouls in the second half to Cardinal Hayes. Anthony at the top. Hands it off to Pasquarelli. Back to Anthony. Briscoe guarded by Foster. We go in the corner. Daughtry tries to drive baseline. Pulls back out. Rims out, no good. And here comes Hayes in transition. Tobe Awaka. No, says Briscoe.
That's a good foul, too. You don't want to give Awaka the easy 2. On the breakaway, that's a freight train. Headed to the hole.
And what was important there for Briscoe, too, is he made an attempt
yes.
at the ball.
But Awaka, the pro that he is, nails the free throw. And finally, Cardinal Hayes is able to put something on the board.
It's been a while. And he knocks down both. 20 points now for the big man. 1 point below his season average. An open Pasquarelli nails it. His third triple of the game.
Elijah Moore didn't slide over, leading to an open J.
Victory misses. Ooh, nearly over the back on Awaka. Daughtry runs right into the big fella, and will call Awaka for the foul. His third.
Jaden Daughtry has outplayed Tobe Awaka in the third quarter. He's done a fantastic job on the glass, doing a good job on the offensive end as well. And just like that, Awaka has to go to the bench.
Foster in for him. Michelle checks back in as well for Morrish, as Anthony will inbound right in front of our broadcast spots. 1:42 left in the third. What a third quarter it's been for the Terriers. They are within 5, the closest they've been in a while. Anthony looking for the foul, won't get one, and we go the other way. It is Victory pushing the tempo. Jackson looks to get a step on Michelle. Back out to Victory. Good job defensively by Michelle. Three-point shot is good. Elijah Moore, a dagger.
And Michelle in his grill as well, and Moore cans the triple.
8-point lead, Cardinal Hayes. Final minute of this third quarter. There's a hot hand right now in Jaden Daughtry. Hands off to Briscoe. Briscoe gets to the lane. He absorbed some contact first, but he continued his journey for 2.
Our impact player, haven't said his name a lot, but it's always a good safety valve when you've got Briscoe on your team.
4 for Briscoe. Jackson swings it to Moore, guarded by Michelle. Moore spins, kicks it. Foster for 3. Short. Victory there for the rebound, and he was fouled. Looks like going up. Anthony with the foul.
Interesting that. Well, I just want to see the replay to see if he was going up again. Yep. So Victory will go to the line, right place, right time. Smallest Hazeman on the floor, getting the rebound.
First free throw is good.
So we're going back to that tier system again, right, Dylan? If Victory makes this or doesn't make it, it's a 7 or 8 point game. St. Francis Prep, if they get a bucket and a stop, they're now going into the third quarter down 6, which is night and day compared to where they were at the half.
Huge possession in this one. Here's Daughtry. Shot clock is off. To his right. Oh, what a pass! Anthony off glass!
And the steal, Dylan. They're not done yet. Daughtry almost had another deuce, but here come the Hazemen.
Inside. No good. Victory beats the buzzer. Count it.
What a recovery by Cardinal Hayes.
What a last few seconds here, huh? Oh, you can see the lit up exterior of that backboard as it's already through the hoop. Victory. A big bucket inside, and it's an 8-point lead for Cardinal Hayes. 8 minutes left in regulation. Will it be St. Francis Prep? Will it be Cardinal Hayes? Archbishop Stepanak is waiting. We're going to bring it back for the fourth quarter. You're watching the New York City Class A Catholic semifinals, presented by Maspeth Federal Savings and the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Federal Savings is here through it all. The ins and outs, the ups and downs. Through the winters, the summers, and even the spring of leaks. Know that Maspeth has your back. From luxury sheets to balance sheets to dancing under the stars, your mission is our mission. And when our community calls, we proudly step forward. So whether you need it now or planning for tomorrow, through all the twists and all the turns, you can always find us right here in your neighborhood.
Welcome back to the Mac Sports Complex on the campus of Hofstra University. Dylan Butler, John Perez here with you. 3 quarters in the books. St. Francis Prep rallying in that third quarter, outscoring Cardinal Hayes 21-13. But it's the Cardinals with an 8-point lead heading into the final 8 minutes.
It's the biggest quarter of the season for both of these programs. St. Francis Prep just had their biggest quarter before this one, and they got it down to 8. They've seen they had Cardinal Hayes on the ropes, and you have to like the aggressiveness to the start of the second half for the Terriers.
Victory. He had that putback that beat the buzzer in the third quarter. Daughtry looks to overplay Awaka. Gets back and recovers, though. In the lane, Moore.
Good start for Cardinal Hayes to get this lead back up to 10 more. Clapping his fist and pumping himself up.
Moore now has 10. Fake three, baseline jumper, off the rim, no good. Jackson has it, and now Hayes looks to push. Look out from behind. That was Briscoe. Kicks it to the corner to Foster, and he will back it up to victory. With all the youth around Cardinal Hayes, you've got senior leaders inside and maybe most importantly outside with Victory and Awaka. 3-point shot! Come on! Elijah Moore.
That's the depth of Cardinal Hayes and the sharp shooting of Moore. And he thought he was fouled after that. Lead back up to a baker's dozen for the Hayesmen.
Puts pressure now on the Terriers for a response. Morris looks to go from the outside, won't get it. Rebound not corralled. Here's Daughtry in the lane, into the trees, and he is fouled. Who will the foul be on, though? It is on Foster.
St. Francis Prep just working hard as Pasquarelli took a shot to the temple. But with these missed free throws, it's starting to get late early here in the fourth quarter for St. Francis Prep.
Daughtry stuck on 13 points. Make it 14. Victory waits to hear the instructions from his coach. The head coach, Joe Lodes, runs the offense. The associate head coach, Tim Philp, former Stepanak head coach, runs the defense. It is a two-headed juggernaut of coaching for the Hayesmen. 7 on the shot. Good defense by the Terriers. Jackson, elbow jumper. Back rim, big rebound, ripped down by Daughtry. He looks to go the other way. Pasquarelli in transition into the lane. He is fouled by Jackson.
Pasquarelli working hard to the cup. Jackson will pick up the foul, and you can't throw a lob down low to Daughtry. But St. Francis Prep has to hit their free throws, something that they've struggled with this evening.
Pasquarelli knocks down his first. He's got 12 now on the game. So athletic. We've seen what he could do from beyond the arc. Knocks down the next. He's got 3 threes on the game, and it's a 10-point lead for Cardinal Hayes. Awaka. Ooh, Moore gets hit, and a foul was called on Morris.
Yeah, he's worn a couple of shots in this second half, Elijah Moore, and just continues to chug along. Tough kid.
Joe Lodes checks his cheat notes. Not saying he had those when he was a student at St. Francis Prep. And a foul called on DJ Victory for the illegal screen.
And it looks like Briscoe slipping. Not sure if there's a wet spot down there.
If there isn't, there is now, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's the 8th foul on Cardinal Hayes. 10-point lead. Hayes has led throughout. Prep was close, though, last quarter.
Well, they got it down to 7, and then Hayes hit a couple of threes.
Daughtry! Count it, and the foul is on Awaka, which is his 4th.
Well, and this could be the equivalent of a three-point play. But that's a big foul on Awaka.
Daughtry can't get the three-point play, though. It is 8.
And Lodes sticking with the Awaka on the floor for now.
Yeah, interesting. Victory, high off glass, no good. Awaka will battle for that loose ball. I think now he'll come out as Foster will come in. And yes, he does indeed come in for Awaka. The inbound, ooh, nearly went to the scorer's table. Saved there by Moore. It's Victory. Drives, lost it from behind by Morrish. Here come the Terriers in transition. Layup is good by Briscoe.
This is the closest it's been all game, Dylan. 6-point lead for Hayes.
Victory. Foster inside. Reverse layup. Timeout for Cardinal Hayes. It's a full, and we'll take it with them as well. Don't go anywhere. Tell your friends, tell your family. Tune into Varsity Media. It's going to be one heck of a final, 4:32. You're watching the CHSAA Class AA semifinal presented by Maspeth Federal Savings on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Arjulo over the middle. He's got a man. It's complete. Ciolino. See you later.
Going long, wide open, Perazzi, he gets it, Perazzi, foot raise, 10, 5, make it, touchdown, punch, counter punch.
The trickery, Ryder gets it back, goes over the top for Haberman.
What a catch! Just Ross Simmons strips him, that's loose, and Ross Simmons is gonna take this the other direction, make it, touchdown, touchdown East.
Well, the Terriers getting excited here at the Mac Sports Complex on the campus of Hofstra University. 4:32 remaining. Cardinal Hayes with a 60-52 lead. Dylan Butler, John Perez here with you. It is the Catholic AA intersectional semifinals. Archbishop Stepanak waits in the wings. They've booked their spot to Friday night's final. Who will meet them there? Daughtry off the inbound. Here's Veer Anthony. Swings it for Briscoe. Again, different look defensively. Daughtry for three. Front rim no good. Foster the rebound. Quick pass ahead to Jackson. Catches it in transition. Lefty attempt blocked by Daughtry, who chases it down, but he steps out of bounds.
I think St. Francis Prep has done a phenomenal job defensively on Ian Jackson. He had that alley-oop dunk. Since then, nothing has been easy for Captain Jack, and it's really been Jaden Daughtry's half.
Jackson held scoreless in this second half. He has just 9. Foster hands off to Victory. Oh, what a backdoor cut. Jackson said, I'm not at 9 anymore. Double figures for the sophomore. Briscoe attacks the runner. Back rim, no good. Offensive rebound. There's a player down, which was Victory, and a foul was called on Moore.
Victory a little shaken up, just walking it off, wanting a foul call too as he was getting trampled on.
Here comes Chance Morrish. He's got 12 now on the game. You've got 3 guys for St. Francis Prep in double figures. Daughtry leading the way with 16. Jump ball. And it stays with St. Francis.
Well, and this is why you keep Awaka in and what he's able to do.
So that miss could actually prove beneficial should St. Francis get 2 or more here. Daughtry, oh, look at a pass. The rejection by Foster. Back to Briscoe, though. He kicks it. Veer Anthony for 3. He's a freshman. timeout called by St. Francis Prep.
You can't knock them out. St. Francis Prep always coming back. This time, Anthony, once again, he was a good spark plug in the first quarter, keeping the Terriers in this contest with 3.5 to go.
You have to go back to 1997 when St. Francis Prep was last in the Catholic AA championship game. They lost to LaSalle and Ron Artest. In 1992, they won the Class A championship, their last AA championship back in 1957. It was their third in a row, but they've not won one since. They're just trying to get back to the big game. Cardinal Hayes has been there, certainly in more recent history. That epic championship win over Archbishop Malloy. You mentioned Joe Toussaint being a big part of that team. There were a lot of empty trips to the Class A championship before that. But Joe Lode's trying to orchestrate another trip to the championship game. So here we go. 3:30 left. Moore puts it on the court to Jackson. Pasquarelli trying to deny Victory the ball. Foster with Anthony on him. Foster, front rim no good. Skying for the rebound was Jackson, but it was Pasquarelli who came down with it. Daughtry to the lane, right at Tobe. Nothing there. We go the other way. Jackson for three. Rims out. Owaka, his 14th rebound. And he is fouled on the putback.
Sometimes you have to roll the dice. Owaka did on the other end. So close to picking up his 5th foul. They did not call it. And then on the other end, a chance to expand this lead by 2.
20 points and 14 rebounds for Owaka, but a big miss from the line. His first of the day. He made his first 6 from the line. Gets his second. Now Williams comes into the game for Moore. 63-56 is the lead for Cardinal Hayes. Less than 3 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Daughtry attacks Williams, no good. Another rebound for Owaka, his 15th. And Victory, smart play there to back it up. Anthony's going to have to get in on him, trying to get the 5 count.
Well, and they got fouls to give St. Francis Prep.
And there's one of them. Is on Vier Anthony, his 2nd, and the team's 5th. 2:30 left. 63-56, the lead for Cardinal Hayes. Inbound goes to Owaka. Out to Jackson. He gets it back from Williams. Almost a 4 corners look now for Cardinal Hayes. Jackson. Gets the baseline cut off. Owaka, he's not shooting that this time. Williams up top for Foster.
And St. Francis Prep could theoretically get it back with under 2 minutes left, and now they will.
Foster, bounce pass inside. Owaka, the open finish. St. Francis Prep did so much right there, but Owaka found himself free underneath for another flush. Daughtry attacks, baseline jumper, no good, big miss, and now Anthony will pick up the foul on Jackson's rebound.
Just a picture-perfect offensive sequence for Cardinal Hayes. Didn't have to rush it all, wound the clock all the way down, and then the flush by Owaka.
23 for Owaka. 1:42 left. St. Francis Prep now going to pick up full court pretty much out of necessity. Foster, though, breaks it. Owaka! Oh, that'll count anyway. And the foul.
It's winning time now for Cardinal Hayes and Owaka on the biggest stage. getting it done down low.
And you wonder if that wasn't the dagger, right? St. Francis Prep has worked so hard to get back into this game, to have an opportunity just for the big fella to choke it out of them.
And Cardinal Hayes will call a timeout to talk it over. But Cardinal Hayes flexing its muscle, and they're a minute 35 away from the title.
68-56 the lead. Cardinal Hayes, 1:35 left in this fourth quarter. You're watching the Catholic Class AA semifinals, presented by Maspeth Federal Savings on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area sports leader. We offer an array of services for any team, coach, player, athletic director, and parent. From game film to live streaming, we are available to cover your event anytime, any place. Looking for an enhanced experience? How about a professional broadcast with multiple camera angles, announcers, graphics, and instant replay? Need a highlight reel? We produce individual highlights for college recruiting and team highlight videos for end-of-season banquets. And when it comes to social media, nobody has you covered better than us. Hype videos, sideline highlights. We can tailor custom videos to make your team stand out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Why waste your time dealing with anyone else? When it comes to sports video, Varsity Media stands alone. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or online at varsitymedia.net.
He is the Catholic League Player of the Year, and Tobey Awaka being honored before the start of this game, maybe that got him excited because he has showed out here in the semifinal, 26-15 to this point. Terriers need offense, and they need it in a hurry. 3 missed. Foster the rebounds.
You know, probably put a chip on his shoulder, too. A guy that feels that he always constantly has to prove himself. And on the biggest game so far this year for Cardinal Hayes, he is balled out.
Briscoe's third, the team's 8th, so it's still a single bonus, and it will be DJ Victory going to the line. He's got 9 on the game. Joe Lodes imploring his team to defend, reminding them it is not over. Front rim, no good.
And I like that he has everyone in the backcourt to get set defensively.
Daughtry is kind of between decisions there. Ran into the brick wall that is Tobey. And a foul called. It's on Victory, his 4th and the 10th, so it'll be a double bonus for the Terriers. And it'll be Veer Anthony to take the free throws. 9 points on the game for the freshman point guard. It was his 3 that made the deficit 6. 2 free throws, boys. 2 free throws.
Well, you can't knock the guys for being intense. I think for St. Francis Prep in this game, they got good sparks, but collectively were not able to put it together for more than a quarter. And Cardinal Hayes, give them credit. They made the adjustments in the 4th, have knocked down the shots when St. Francis Prep did not. And that's a big reason why they're a minute and 10 seconds away from matching up with Stepanak Friday night.
Briscoe's 4th. And Williams will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1. Scoreless to this point is Jaden Williams. Hit some big shots this year against Iona, against Lehigh, and some of the bigger regular season wins for Cardinal Hayes. Rims it out. Anthony to Daughtry. Oh, miscommunication with Daughtry and Briscoe. Daughtry with his hand now to his chest with a my bad, and that's not the time to have a my bad, that is for sure. Moore goes down court. Oh, an extra pass. The rim rock up for Tobe Awaka.
And the dagger for Awaka as well. Credit Cardinal Hayes putting it together in the fourth quarter. The three falls down for Pasquarelli. And St. Francis Prep not done yet as they call the timeout, down 10.
It'll be a full timeout, and we'll take the break with them as well. Final minute of this fourth quarter, and it is Cardinal Hayes with a 10-point lead over St. Francis Prep. It's this Catholic Class AA semifinal presented by Maspeth Federal Savings on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Federal Savings is here through it all. The ins and outs, the ups and downs. Through the winters, the summers, and even the spring of leaks, know that Maspeth has your back. From luxury sheets to balance sheets to dancing under the stars, your mission is our mission. And when our community calls, we proudly step forward. So whether you need it now or planning for tomorrow, through all the twists and all the turns, you can always find us right here in your neighborhood.
Welcome back to the MAC. Dylan Butler and John Perez here. There is the bracket. We don't have a telestrator, so we're not putting in. We've not projected a winner of this one yet, but we do know that Archbishop Stepanak is waiting. Comfortably, maybe. I'm not sure how comfortably, but there's a press victory ahead of the field. Moore backs it up, waiting for the foul. Jackson, and he will be fouled.
A lot of time came off the clock before issuing that foul.
Double bonus time now, too. Foul on Pasquarelli. So up steps Ian Jackson to shoot two. Led the Catholic League in scoring during the regular season.
And highlight dunks and fanfare. And he's lived up to the hype.
We think T-shirt sales perhaps as
probably,
well.
Yeah.
First free throw off the mark. His good friends is Boogie Flans. The two of them together have that name, image, likeness contract. He goes one of two. And perhaps they'll meet on the biggest stage coming up Friday night here at Hofstra. Daughtry, the offensive rebound, lefty putback. 71-62 the score, and Jackson will be fouled again. Veer Anthony with the foul, his fourth.
Yeah, window dressing time now for Cardinal Hayes. 20 seconds away, 22 seconds away. And credit to St. Francis Prep, too. A good third quarter, put themselves back in this contest. But the athleticism of Cardinal Hayes just too much for the Terriers.
Well, you said it right on that Veer Anthony three. They were within 6.
Mm-hmm.
They just couldn't get over the hump. As two more for Captain Jack. Daughtry for three off the mark. Moore. It'll be a jump ball, and it'll be Cardinal Hayes ball.
And I think Jimmy Lynch is calling off the dogs as well.
And Cardinal Hayes. On a Sunday in early February, they lost at St. Francis Prep. The two former Terrier alums embrace at midcourt, and Cardinal Hayes advances to the Catholic Class AA championship game, 73-62. Hayes back into the championship game. 2017, their last time there when they won. And now they have another opportunity to win another city championship, and the guy who led them through most of the year the Catholic Player of the Year, also the Varsity Media Player of the game, Tobe Awaka. Tobe, an incredible game, an incredible performance. Congratulations. How does this feel right now?
It feels good. I'm just glad that we're able to advance to the city championship on Friday.
For you, you were honored before the game as Player of the Year, and you get that honor in front of everyone. How much of a chip did you put on your shoulder to show out here in the biggest game so far for you this year?
I think coming into the game, I had a big chip on my shoulder. I felt like I was overlooked throughout the whole year, and I just wanted to prove to people that I'm a top player in the state.
Overlooked as the Player of the Year?
Definitely.
Tobe, you also lost to these guys in the regular season at their place, one of only 3 regular season losses. How much was that a little bit on your minds as you were coming here, maybe looking for some revenge?
It was definitely on our minds. We felt that game, it wasn't our best game, team-wise, individually, all of us. So we just, throughout practice, throughout the whole week, we were just going over our mistakes in that past game and just trying to sharpen up for this game. And obviously, it showed today.
I'm not sure if this is now a revenge tour, but now you take on Stepanak, right?
Right.
You won round 1 at your place. They took the next 2.
Yep.
Certainly, you don't need more motivation than winning a city championship, but I'd imagine it feels pretty nice to see Stepanak on the other side.
No, definitely. I think those 2 losses, we weren't at our best either. And Friday we were able to redeem ourselves.
Yeah, listen, it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. We asked before Isaiah Alexander, who do you want to play? He said it didn't matter. You have no choice. It's Stepanak. I know you're excited about that. Congratulations, Tobe Awaka. Great game here tonight. And how about we come back here Friday night? Same time, same place.
Sure. Thank you.
Sounds good. Tobe Awaka, the Varsity Media Player of the Game. What a performance by Tobe. Finished with 28 and 15. Listen, when you're the Player of the Year, right, I hear what he's saying, right? He wants more, but he wants more love from the colleges, right?
Of course.
So you have a performance like this, it certainly helps.
Yeah, totally. And you know what? You have to motivate yourself, and you have to motivate your team, and now he's getting the press love as well. This is one of the many media tours that he'll go on for the rest of the night. But he showed out tonight, did a fantastic job, another double-double. I think near 30 points, Dylan?
28.
28 points, so he was knocking on the door, and now the revenge tour continues for Hayes. I know that the Stepanak loss really got, the St. Francis prep loss got to them, and now a chance to pay them back in the city final. It should be a good one. The 2 best teams in the city going at it Friday night.
Yeah, when we spoke with Joe Lodes after that St. Francis prep loss, he says, listen, they played really well. We didn't play well, but I'd like to see us play again on a neutral court, see how that plays out. Well, they did, and he certainly saw how that played out, right? With his Cardinals beating the Terriers 73-62. So our championship game is set. It is round 4. Rivals battling on Friday. It's going to be a lot of fun. Mike Quick will be here with us. John Perez on the call again. Want to thank our entire crew here as well. Angelo Caezo, Matt McCow-Brown, Nick Costi as well. Chris Sweeney, Ben Turchin. Of course, our broadcast partner, John Perez. Again, your final score, Cardinal Hayes 73, St. Francis Prep 62. This has been the Catholic Class AA semifinals presented by Maspeth Federal Savings on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York